Hi, I'm Chef Sherry Ronning, and I'm here with another episode for you in the Healthy Griddle cooking series. We are on I think we're on day 24 of this series. So every day for the last 24 days, I've been cooking up a new healthy griddle recipe for you. So if you haven't caught all of them, you're going to want to make sure to go back in my YouTube channel videos, and I have all of the videos in there, and you can watch them and catch up on all the awesome recipes that I've been doing. I've been so proud of myself because I'm not a healthy griddle cook, or I'm not a healthy cook, and I'm like forcing myself to try to experiment with different recipes, and like some of the recipes that I've done and make them healthier by just swapping up just a few ingredients. And I'm pretty proud of myself. We have a few more days left, and we're doing pretty good. So today I am going to be making an egg white omelet for you on the griddle, and we're going to be doing some veggies. So it's going to be a veggie egg white omelet. And I did an omelet not too long ago at the beginning of this segment, and I did a ham, cheese, and mushroom omelet, which was good. That's like one of my favorite. I love omelets. I don't usually make them very often, but you know, I've been really hankering for omelets lately. So we're gonna get started. If you're tuning in, even if you're tuning in from the recording, make sure to put your name and your where you're from, because I'd like to know where you guys are coming from, and it just gives me an idea of who I'm reaching out there and stuff. So let's get started. I am going to show you what we have. We have eggs, so you can use the farm fresh eggs. You can use store-bought eggs, whichever you have. Either is good. I'm using salt and pepper. I am doing some diced. I have them small, the diced peppers. I have red and green, and then I have mushrooms, which just seems like a lot of mushrooms, but this was only like 2 big white mushrooms that I'm using, but they cooked down. Mushrooms were really cooked down, and I like mushrooms anyway. So I do have some onion, and I'm going to do some spinach, and I might do a little bit of cooked spinach, but then also some fresh spinach for color for it. And I'm going to do heavy cream. And then we got cheese. I'm going to top it with cheese. So the last time, I'm going to move this milk away from because it's kind of warm here. I am using the electric Blackstone Griddle, the 17-inch. I have the temperature set at 350. I know I looked at the recipe when I did it the other day with the other omelet, and that I had it set at 400. I'm just going to try it to see just a little bit lower temperature. Just to see how that works. I might regret it, but we're going to just kind of roll with it. If you're using the gas griddles, then you're probably going to want medium to low heat on that. And so in this recipe too, you can do on the griddle, the inside griddle, you could do on the outside griddle, you can do a saute pan on the stove. This is something that's pretty versatile. But I'm going to be using, this is going to be one of my tricks that I'm going to use. So I have the spring foam pan. So I have the little egg rings, but those are kind of too small for this. And I want some bigger, and I have tried this recipe without doing it, and I think it just looks better when you can get like the egg rings. Those are pretty popular, or the big omelet rings. And I'm gonna just take this, and I'm gonna just spray the inside bottom here so that it doesn't stick like that. And then I'm just gonna grease, I was gonna use olive oil, but I'm gonna use just the cooking spray. So I'm gonna grease my griddle. We're going to actually cook the vegetables first. So we're gonna get started. Let's see what temperature, what time we're at. We're about 5 minutes. So we're just gonna get started. You wanna hear that sizzle as I put it on there, so that's telling you that the griddle is hot enough. And I'm going to do the mushrooms. And you can use canned mushrooms. With this recipe, you can eliminate or add as much as you want. So this is such a good recipe for, like if you don't like onions, you don't have to add it. You can add a little bit more of something else, or just a little bit, you know, if you don't like the mushrooms, or, you know, swap it up and add a few different ingredients that you might like. And so we're going to season this. I'm just going to do salt and pepper on that, like that. And I'm going to spread it out. As you've seen, it was like a mound on here. I'm going to spread it out so that it cooks better and faster. And this is something too that if you want to use the lid, you know, you can, I'm going to just go like that. Just use the lid to just kind of help it, creates an oven around it, and will cook it a little bit better. And so we're going to go back to the eggs here. And actually, I'm probably going to put, I can wait on that. I want to make sure to put some spinach in there just for a little bit, but that cooks down quickly. So I'm going to do my eggs, and I'm going to separate them. So one is going to be the egg whites, the other is going to be the egg yolks. That's why I have the 2 bowls there. So different ways you can do it. I like to just like crack the eggshell in half and go back and forth and get, you know, as much as the egg white, like the egg, get that out as you can. I mean, if there's some in there, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But you want to try not to crack the egg yolk into the whites. And you can already buy the pre-done, I think, the egg whites in the store already. Hi, Lisa. Lisa is here. I know she commented she hasn't been able to catch my lives, and she finally made it. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Where are you at nowadays? Lisa grew up around here when I was younger, well, in our younger days, but she's traveling a lot now. So are you in North Carolina? I'm thinking it's North Carolina, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to separate. I'm going to do 3 egg. Normally I would do like a 2 egg omelet, but because I'm just using the egg whites, I'm going to do 3. And then I'm going to show you like another way. So if you don't want to do the shell, some people will go like this with their hands and just let it go in between like that. Just like open your hand a little bit. Let me dump that in there. And then you can go back and forth to get the egg white out, and that also works too. So I've done it quite a few different ways, and there's actually like even like folders or like egg white separators, I think, that you can get that will separate them. So this we're just going to set aside because I'm not going to use. I'm going to go and check these here. So I can smell that they're cooking. The aroma is really good. And as far as this, you can cook the vegetables to whatever stage that you like them. So if you like them a little bit crunchy, then I would say make your omelet at this point. If you like them done, like I like my peppers, I don't like the peppers like really crunchy in there. And so I'm cooking this until the mushrooms and the peppers are kind of to the soft stage. So they're getting good. They're almost there, but not quite. Okay. put the lid back on there. So back to the egg whites. Gonna wipe because I got a little bit on there. We're gonna season. I want to make sure to season them. Sometimes I forget this step. This is one thing that I do forget on occasionally. Sometimes when I put it on the griddle, it's like, oh crap, and so I hurry up and try to season it. And so this is going to be kind of my tip, is I want my egg whites to be fluffy. So I'm going to use the heavy whipping cream. You can use milk in here. You can even use a little bit of water, but each thing that's different is going to give you just a little bit different result. Or you can do just completely egg whites and don't do any of the, you know, and I'm doing maybe a teaspoon, probably no more than a tablespoon of that. And then I'm just going to whip it up. Like that. So this is pretty much going to be my omelet. And Lisa said that she is from High Point, North Carolina. Thank you for showing up. I'm glad that you got to make one of the lives. It's been awesome seeing your comments. Okay, so it's like white from the milk, and you just want it mixed up good. And I'm going to add the spinach. At this point, I'm going to add just a little bit. So not a lot, but just to add a little bit in there. And like that. And spinach will cook up really quickly. So it's not going to take much. I do have, the vegetables are pretty cooked. And I probably could have added the spinach beforehand too, which would have been good. But see how quickly that it cooks up like that? I'm going to show you a close-up on the griddle here, to where the spinach is already cooked up in there. So I have that cooked there. I am going to, there's a few different ways that you can do this. You could take and spread this out and actually pour the eggs here and, you know, cook the omelet that way. Just flip it this. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to do the egg whites and kind of put them on the griddle. And then I'm going to put this more as like a filling for the omelet. And actually, and I might leave just a little bit, so we have like a little bit of color for the omelet, just like that when we're doing it, like that. And I'm gonna make sure to spray. Let's see, we're gonna put this down. I'm going to make sure to kind of get all of the ones in here. So I'm going to spray the griddle so that the egg doesn't stick. And then I'm going to pour this in here. I've got the ring that is going to kind of hold it in like that. Is that? Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. I think I tried this the last time, doing it that way in it. But we're going to go with it. It's not like 100% level. It's just a little bit off, but it's not too bad. It's not bad. We're going to pour this in here like that, and some might squeak out, but that's okay. And I'm just going to kind of spread this around so that it's kind of even in there. Like that. And I'm not sure if I can get it a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to really show you, but it's just cooking in there. And I'm just going to let that cook a little bit and just be patient with it. And then I will lift the ring off, and some of it might go over a little bit, but then I'm going to flip it over. So that's the plan here, is to cook one side and get it kind of, you want a little bit of golden brown, and that depends on your temperature, on the griddle temperature and how long you let the egg cook. So you just kind of have to watch it. Every griddle is going to be different. Every griddle time is going to be, you know, it's going to take you a different amount. It might be quicker, or it might be not as long. But basically just be patient. If you see bubbles up on there, poke them. Because I know the last time when I did it, I was getting a lot of bubbles. And so I just took this and just poked it. This doesn't seem to be doing that this time. And I don't know if it's just the difference in just all egg white, or because it had the yolks and the stuff in there. So Lisa, have you done an egg white omelet? Lisa's a very good cook. She cooks all the time. I see a lot of her recipes. She likes to do a lot of baking. And if you know me, you know that I'm a baker at heart. I do a lot of baking. I actually have my own bakery that I do the wedding cakes and the decorated sheet cakes and that kind of stuff from. And so I like seeing a lot of Lisa's posts. I seen she made, what was it, pigs in a blanket, I think. Your granddaughter got to try your pigs in a blanket, and they looked delicious. They looked really good. Your stuff looks really good. Between you and your sisters, Mindy's, I love looking at all the stuff that Mindy does. She's pretty productive. Okay, so this, when I pull up, it's kind of sticking a little bit. So I'm just going to take this and go around to the parts that are sticking. And go in. So it might go over and like, so I'm going to switch. I have two different spatulas here, and I'm going to use the thicker one and to try to flip this to get this. And it's golden brown. It's definitely, try to get it, so make sure that it's not sticking. And I'm just going to quickly just flip it just like that. And it's golden brown. And so I'm going to take my vegetables here that I have and put them, because I'm going to flip this in half. So I'm going to just do half, and then I'm going to add my cheese. Heck no. You do, yeah, you like the whole egg. I think I like the whole egg too, but you know, I'm just trying to stick with the healthy theme and just do the egg white here. So we're going to go like that, and you know, put as much or as little eggs on as you like that. And then I'm going to add like a little bit of the spinach, the fresh spinach in here, just to give it some color and to give it a little bit of freshness. Oh, it's not like that. And when I flip it, then it will have that kind of poking out like that. And then I'm going to take, it's not going to take much, because you want to make sure that it's done, especially in the middle. Like, feel it. I can feel that it's firm and that there's not, and this is thick here, and I can feel that there's no sliminess to it. I'm going to flip like that, and look at that. I'm actually going to shut the griddle off because it's done. And there we go. Look how pretty that is. It is a little bit more done on the one side than the other, and that is timing, you know. So I probably should have flipped it maybe a little bit sooner. This side looks perfect as far as what I want it to, and I could tell it's firm. I'm gonna see, I'm not sure which plate I want. I think this plate will be good. I want to take a picture of it. So we're gonna get that out of the way. And then I'm just gonna carefully remove this. And look how pretty that looks. I don't know if you could see it. I can turn it around for you maybe. But look at, kind of stick some of that spinach back in there so it's sticking out. It is really, look at how good that looks. So good. It has some color, so I do have some, because remember I left some of the peppers and the green, the mushrooms and stuff on there. So when I put the egg, that it would show through in the finished omelet here. But then on the inside, the cheese is melted. We've got the spinach there. That looks gorgeous. I'm gonna put just a few onions. I've got some sliced onions because I did use some onions on the inside there. Just gonna go like that. And there you go. That's a quick, I'm gonna go like that. What's the time on that? So like less than 20 minutes. I talked a few minutes and boom, you have an omelet, and you can actually like whip out a couple. You can fry the vegetables and that kind of stuff and set it aside and then just start cooking your omelets on here. But man, that's a nice healthy omelet for you. So I hope you guys like this. I have a few more days left of the Healthy Griddle cooking series. And let me wipe my hands here. I do have my cookbook recipe for the Blackstone Griddle. If you want to go on my website, from Michigan to the table.com, or you can go on mygriddlesecrets.com. And then I have a digital cookbook, I have the printed cookbook, and I also have my Griddle Secrets course that you can take if you want to learn all about the flat top griddle cooking. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, salsa. Salsa would go good with this. What else? Lisa says that she does keto, which I thought that you did, and that you were doing. So this would fit in with keto, right? I think. Yep, no yolks. So I'm just reading Lisa's comments. So salsa, Frank's. Yep, and hot sauce. Yep, the hot sauce. See, I'm not a salsa lover or like a hot sauce, so I wouldn't think about using something like that, but that would be you can easily put on there. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. We're going to watch the games that are starting shortly in just a few minutes, or maybe it's already started. So the Detroit Lions, we want to wish them luck, and we will see you later. Bye.